Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon, and I am your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at SensTalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. As well, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app in the App Store and use your promo code SensTalk. Save $20 off your first purchase. Check the link in the description below for that. Now, let's get into today's video. The Sens season is kind of officially underway. The rookie tournament finished a couple days ago, and training camp starts Friday, first on-ice session, and Thursday is when the medical or physicals begin. This is the same time where we found out last year when Clark MacArthur did not pass the physical, so hopefully that won't happen again. A sort of important impact player will not fail their physical, and hopefully everything checks out with these guys. Now, the Senators are inviting about 62 players to this training camp, so there's 3 groups for training camp of compiled of 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, 3 goalies each. It's an unusually large NHL training camp, but we're going to get into that in a second. So let's get into the rookie tournament first. So in Game 1, Senators dominated that game against the Winnipeg Jets. The second period alone, they scored 6 goals en route to an 8-1 victory over the Winnipeg Jets. Logan Brown, Eric Branstrom, and Drake Batherson looked like men versus little boys out there on the ice, dominating every single time they stepped on the ice. They looked ready, and they substantially looked better than every other player for both teams on the ice. In game number 2, Vitaly Abramov scored a hat trick in a 4-2 Senators win over the Montreal Canadiens. Back-to-back wins for Ottawa, 2-0 now. Vitaly Abramov, this whole tournament, really impressed. He scored 5 or 6 goals, I believe, in the whole tournament. He was, if not one of the best forward in the tournament. In Game 3, the Senators won it 2-1 in overtime to cap off a 3-0 Rookie Showcase championship. They win the Rookie Showcase. 3 wins in 3 games. This goal was from John Gruden in overtime. The Senators prospect who just played in Miami in the NCAA of Ohio. He's now playing with the London Knights of the OHL. So he got a beautiful pass from Jonathan Davidson, Sens prospect acquired from the Matt Duchene deal from Columbus, to Gruden. Roofs it past Outhouse, I love that last name, from the Winnipeg Jets goaltender prospect. Sens win that one 2-1 in overtime. Now, Sens prospects tweeted out quick post-Sens Send Rook thoughts. So, who he thought did well, who didn't do well, etc. And I agree with who they think did well. So, firstly, the standouts he put as Batherson, Brown, Formenton, Norris, Kelly, and Abramov. So, I completely agree. Drake Batherson, Logan Brown, Alex Formenton had multiple breakaways, had so many chances. He just looked unreal out there. He looked like Connor McDavid versus Timbit hockey players. Josh Norris, his first game action in 8 months, he looked pretty good. What's his name? Kelly. He in the first game he scored a goal on his stomach. He had a lot of grit, got in the faces of the other opponents, kind of playing like a Brady Tkachuk. You don't want to play against him, but you certainly want him on his team type of guy. So he looked good, and Abramov scored that hat trick, had many goals in this tournament, looked really good. He put second place solid performances to Eric Branstrom, Alex Gannett, Jonathan Davidson, and Johnny Gruden. I disagree about the Branstrom thing. I think he looked really good, and he carried the puck very well. But Gannett, Davidson, and Gruden, they had very strong performances, solid performances, and I was very impressed actually with Gruden. He kind of came out of nowhere. He showed some good puck possession. Who Sens prospect wanted more from? Max Verano. This tournament, he was in NHL last year. He scored 2 goals. He played 10 or 12 games in the National Hockey League last year. He's playing against a bunch of rookies who have never even played in the National Hockey League. Some of these guys are in rookie tournament invites. I was expecting Verano, like Batherson and them, to be able to dominate play and be able to move the puck and contain possession, but he was not noticeable. He scored 1 goal that bounced off him and in. He was not noticeable, and I at the beginning I thought his spot with the Senators is for sure locked, or there was at least a good chance of him getting in. But as the tournament turned on, this guy has to have a really good training camp to avoid getting sent to Belleville. He didn't have a good rookie tournament, and I know it's just a rookie tournament, but he really needs to step it up because he certainly did not impress in the tournament. Andrew Sturz, the prospect we got from Penn State a couple years ago, signed in free agency. Nothing expected from him. I expect him to be an AHL, maybe a depth player moving forward. Kastelik, 7th rounder from Calgary in the WHL, overager. You know what? He didn't show a lot of offensive prowess, but he showed some grittiness and maybe a third, fourth line checking type in the future as well. Top invites. I agree with this. Going into the rookie tournament, the Senators' D-line looked awful. It was basically a bunch of invites and Eric Brandstrom. And now that tournament, the Sens won all 3 games because of their defensemen, in my opinion. They were the biggest surprise of the tournament. And Aspero scored a goal, really solid. Welsh was really good. And McDonald, these were the top invites. They were actually very good. I believe Aspero for sure. I think Welsh and McDonald are as well have been extended invites to the regular training camp, which I said before compiles of 62 players, which is very high and very unusual in the National Hockey League. But they were very good, and I could see someone like Aspero, who really impressed me in this rookie tournament, to get an AHL offer, a 2-way deal, potentially call up as a depth player if needed in an emergency basis, and definitely man a top 4 position with the Belleville Sens, who should be pushing for a playoff push this year. But besides that, not much to get into. Like I said previously, Thursday is medical evaluations, and Friday is the first on-ice session. So as camp begins and we get more and more news about, let's say, cuts or players being sent to the Belleville AHL training camp, we're going to have more videos on the way. But it's finally time for some Senators hockey. The season is basically underway. As the off-season's done, we're starting training camp. So let's get back into this. I'm so excited for another season of Sens Talk and another season of Senators hockey. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you very soon. So thank you for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for live stream updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. Please like us on Facebook at Sens Talk, add us to the circles on Google Plus Sens Talk. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video, share this video, whatever share cool stuff, and please support us by checking out our website, senstalksnetwork.com. We update that every single day. And of course, our sponsor, SeatGeek.com. Download the app on the App Store and use your promo code SensTalk, save $20 off your first purchase. Would really appreciate that. So can't wait to have another season of Sens hockey with you guys and girls. Sens Talk season number 6 or 7, 7 now, I believe. Season 7 now. It's insane. 7 seasons of this. Hopefully it's a fun one, an exciting one, and hopefully we get a top draft pick at the end of this year. So I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Go Sens Go.